Hi guys, happy Monday to you. I hope you all had a beautiful, fun, festive weekend. I know the weather was beautiful, and I was thinking on all of the costumes I saw this weekend, and I wanted to share some thoughts I had with you, hence the mask. Couldn't help but think back to when I was a little girl, and I would put my mom's multicolored striped frilly beautiful dress. To me it was beautiful. It was actually really shabby and ripped up, but it was new and it was dress up, and she wore it I think in high school for some dance or something, and I got to wear this dress as a little girl, and I would spin around and the dress would flow effortlessly all around me like a rainbow of colors, and I loved spinning in that dress. And I remember how excited I would always be to play dress up. Fast forward a little bit, and I was thinking about how I loved being in musicals when I was younger, and specifically Fiddler on the Roof. Now, the outfit I wore in that musical was less than glamorous, but nonetheless, it still allowed me to feel like I was somebody else, that I was in a different period of time altogether, which we were playing to be that way, but for that moment in time, I got to be somebody different. I was thinking on these things, and I was thinking about how makeup and costumes often allow us to feel or pretend like we're somebody that we're not. I obviously always have to drive these points home, and I think we all wear costumes or makeup. And if I'm being so honest with you, up until recently, I'm just starting to wear clothes that are maybe a little bit more form-fitting, because after pregnancy I wasn't as confident as I wanted to be, or as quick as I wanted to be in my in where I was at in my weight loss, and I wore baggier clothes to cover up something that I wasn't confident about. I remember there's a period of time where I was dealing with such a hurt that I had to smile through it, even though my inside wasn't feeling it. I wore a smile. In a sense, it was like my costume. Maybe you can relate. I think a lot of us use certain we put on certain facades as a defense mechanism, or just to oblige at work. We're kind to our boss, and we're happy and we're chipper, and we know we have to be that way, but maybe when we get home and it's not necessarily true in how we feel. Or in our relationships, maybe they're not as authentic because of fear. We want to have a good relationship, but we keep everybody at bay. Some of us are real good at just staying at the surface in our relationship because of the fear of being hurt or vulnerable. I think we all can relate to that. I wanted to tell you, no matter what costume we put on or what kind of makeup we wear, nothing is a secret, or nothing can be hidden from God. He sees everything about us. His word says this, Psalm 139:1. O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You search out my path and my lying down, and are acquainted with all of my ways. Even before a word is on my tongue, behold, O Lord, you know it altogether. The truth is, no matter what we're trying to hide, or no matter what we don't want anyone else to see, God sees it all. The good, the bad, the beautiful, and the ugly. And despite any of that, He loves us anyway. He loves us even in our ugliest costumes. He really does. I want to share with you really quick 3 ways to help us take off our masks and be a little bit more genuine with ourselves and in the relationships we have. 1, know whose you are. You are the child of a king. And I know that sounds so fetched. The reality is, talk to Him, ask Him to show you, and He will. Communicate with Him, be in relationship with Him, and you will experience a relationship that is real. Nobody will ever tell me that my relationship with Christ is fake, that He's non-existent. I have tried and proven in my own way, in my heart, things about his word, things about his character, and every step of the way he has come back and shown himself faithful and true. Know whose you are. You are his. He knows you so much more intimately, sometimes for sure even better than you know yourself. Know that. 2, don't think everyone is out to hurt you or do you wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't be foolish. I've learned this the hard way, and even recently. Just, you can't throw all of your heart right before somebody and automatically trust them. But start with small trusts. Don't be foolish, but start with small trusts. Pray, ask the Lord how you can learn to trust somebody in your life, whether it's your spouse or a friend or a family member. And just start with small trusts. You don't want to go through this world being skeptical and second guessing every single person you meet. You don't want to do it. So number 2, know that not everyone is out to get you and hurt you. But start with small trusts. Don't be foolish, and by all means proceed with caution and prayer. And 3, love you. Period. And I'm saying this to myself too. Guys, I'm being honest. I mean, if I'm probably one of my greater struggles will be confidence. If you've seen anything I've posted in the last couple weeks, it's something that the Lord has shown me in different areas. There's things I'm very confident about, and then there's things I question. I think that's human, but I know that it's an area that He can strengthen in me. But the truth of the matter is I have to be willing, and I have to say, you know what? There's things about me that are really awesome and positive, and I'm not doing this self-talk, pump you up, but the truth is, love you. You are a unique, awesome individual, and nobody on this planet has been put here for the purpose He put you here for. And I know that about myself. I believe there's not one other Josie that is going to do what Josie's supposed to do here. Why? Because it's my job. And you can say that about yourself. So number 3, love you. You have permission. It's okay. I hope that this encourages you this week. I hope that you can look back on the festivities of the weekend and think to yourself, yeah, I can see where maybe at work I force a certain personality trait that may not necessarily be true about me. Or in a friendship, you know what, maybe I can learn to trust that person a little bit more. But I'll start small. Or just with yourself. Know that you are His. Know that not everyone is out to get you. And know that you are a rock star. Love you. Let's make our minutes matter this week by asking the Lord to help us be aware of the costumes we may be wearing so that we could pray about them. Ask Him to help us remove them so that we can move forward in authentic relationships. I thank you guys for your time this week. I know it's valuable. I hope you guys have an awesome week. I'm Josie Valley with Minutes Matter, and that's your Monday Minute. I will see you guys next week. Thanks for your time.